While some people are born into wealth, many people who are rich today are rich because they know things that other people don't know. They know things that have allowed them to acquire more money than the average person. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 things that most rich people realize that many poorer people don't. The first thing that most wealthy people recognize is that time is their most valuable resource. Now, all of us have a few different resources at our disposal. We all have some money and some time and some energy. And often, especially if we're trying to become richer, we think that money is the most important resource and we need to be saving our money and working hard to get more money. But once you're rich, and as you're becoming rich, you realize something very profound, and that is that time is the only resource that you can never get more of. You can always make more money. There are things you can do to get more energy, but you can never get your time back. Money and energy are renewable resources in your life, but time is not. There are things that we can do to save time. We could hire people or create systems for getting our work done faster, or decide to simply not do certain activities, but once the time is spent, we can never get it back. And that is something very important that most rich people, especially self-made rich people, recognize. The second thing that most rich people know, and especially those who are self-made, is that your money can work for you. You aren't the only person who can work for you. Other people can work for you, and you can also put your money to work for you. However much money you have, whether it's a small amount or a large amount, you can use that money and invest it in different types of ventures, whether that be stocks and bonds, or real estate, or in starting a business, and that money can work for you. Of course, we can all use our money to just buy more things. Stuff that we can get at the store, stuff that will be here today and gone tomorrow, stuff that will clutter up our lives and not bring us fulfillment and not help us to get richer. But on the other hand, we can use our money in a different way. We can save that money and then invest it to create more money. There are 2 main ways that you can let your money work for you. The first one is to lend it out to people and have them pay interest for the use of it. And then the second way is to use it to hire people to work for you to help your company make money. All right, and then the third and final thing that most rich people know is that it is almost always a better financial decision to hire someone to do work for you than to do it yourself. Now, at first glance, this seems very counterintuitive, because if you have money, wouldn't it make more sense to do work yourself and keep your money and make more money than it would to spend that money to have someone else do the work for you? It seems like that's how it would be, but the fact is that it's exactly the opposite. And that's because, as I talked about in the very first point, time is your most valuable resource. Then it makes much more sense to use your money to hire people to do the work for you so that you can keep your time and use your time in a more valuable way. For example, you might use your time to do strategic thinking about how you should invest your money, or who you should hire, or what you should hire people to do for you. Now, obviously, there are many different things that you can hire people to do for you. You could hire them to work at your company and to build a product that you're going to sell, or you could hire them to wash your dishes or fold your laundry. And at first, it might seem like, well, it makes sense to hire someone to work in my business to actually do something that's directly going to make me money, but it wouldn't make sense to hire them to do my housework because that's not going to be profitable. But when you realize that time is your most valuable resource, you realize that it is almost always a better financial decision to hire someone to do work for you, even if that work is not directly generating profit, because you can then use your time to be thinking strategically about what you should do with your money, or to be working on furthering your skills so that you could advance your career or grow your business more effectively. Okay, so let's summarize. In this video, we talked about 3 things that rich people know that most poor people don't. The first one is that time is your most valuable resource. The second thing is that your money can work for you. You're not the only one who can work for you. Your money can also be put to work. And then the third thing is that it is almost always a better financial decision to hire someone to work for you than it is to do the work yourself. Now, the good news here is that no matter how much money you have or you don't have, We can use whatever money we have right now to start earning more money. We can put our time to work to earn money. We can save our money so that we can invest it further into our future. In one of my recent videos called 6 Pieces of Wisdom That Changed My Life, I talked about the principle that we all start as nothing. We all start with no skills. We all start with no position in life. Some people are born into money, but they still don't know anything when they're born. So we all start as zero. We all start as unknown people with no true wealth. In one of my recent videos called 6 Pieces of Wisdom That Changed My Life, I talked about the principle that we all start at zero. We all start with no useful skills and no knowledge of how to manage wealth or create more wealth for ourselves. And so I just want you to keep that in mind as you're thinking about these different things that rich people know that maybe you haven't realized yet, or maybe you've realized them but you haven't put them into practice. Just remember that everyone who right now is successful started where you're at right now, or even far below where you're at right now. And so you don't need to think that, well, they've made it, but I can't. You are at a place in this journey, and you just need to keep working on putting these different principles into practice and on figuring out how you can become more wealthy yourself. All right, well, that is everything for today's video. I hope that you found this interesting and helpful. If so, make sure you click that button down below and subscribe to my channel, because I make 2 videos every single week about entrepreneurship, success, and personal development, and I would love to have you join me for the next one. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button to let me know so that I know you want to see more videos like this one in the future. Thanks so much for being here. My name is Gillian Perkins, and I look forward to seeing you again next time.